Yeah, fam.
But
Yes.
that's all right. You answered the question.
So why is African spirituality? Yeah. Answer that question. So there's a lot of breeders. Thank you. The answer to that question, from my perspective, Reggie, is that lies in the fact that African spirituality is inherently nature based, and because people a lot of the viewers can only conceive of African spirituality when we are discussing it within the context of one individual system. Yeah, so I'm going to give an example from one individual system, right, which is Ifa. But yeah, for me, the creation and the creator, I don't have a spiritual system that gives us a sharp distinction. And so because African spirituality is nature based, and nature is the primary arbiter, yeah, of how we define laws and rules and concepts of the divine, that because of that, the ultimate expression of that is the fact that through an African spiritualist consciousness or understanding, the more we get to know our environment, the more we enrich ourselves. It's about reality. Yeah. So before you interrupt me, I'm going to read from this book here, the Handbook of Yoruba Religious Concepts. It says the Yoruba contend that the study of nature is foremost. Nature is viewed as the manifestation of Olodumare's essence through degrees of material substance. That essence, translated as Ashe, which is just basically the life force, or God has manifested in different things, yeah, is the inherent force of all creation. The emphasis of such study or worship is not centered on the physical object or the tangible, but on the life force energy that brings it about. The tangible object is but a symbol of the eternal existence that bore it. Yeah, so we're basically about life and existence and reality, and understanding existence and reality, and achieving harmony with existence and reality as manifested in nature. So for me, my perspective is that African spiritual traditions are the truth. They deal fundamentally with nature. Well, repeat your question.
So it's not exclusive to Africans as
Oh, so African spirituality is exclusive.
Hello?
Yeah.
So it's not exclusive. So it's not exclusive to Africans, as everyone can experience nature, right?
African spirituality is exclusive to African, but spirituality is not exclusive to African.
But if your African spirituality is based on nature, everyone can experience it.
Everybody can experience spirituality. African spirituality, when you put the African on top of it.
No. Everyone can experience nature.
Yes, everyone can experience nature.
So why is it not called a universal spirituality? Why is it African?
Because
nature's Africans.
Because when you say African spirituality, you are dealing with the spiritual traditions that have developed that are unique to African people.
Nature is not unique to Africans.
No, it is not.
So why call something based on nature African? Just call it universal.
Because African spirituality is about the traditions that Africans have developed that are nature-based. So you will have traditions that are nature-based that pertain to other groups of people. So for example, the indigenous peoples of there are various indigenous peoples of the Americas that I would also regard as having a nature-based spiritual system. Yeah. But they're not, their spiritual systems are not, but their spiritual systems, though nature-based, will manifest differently of the African spiritualists.
No, they're the same.
So if I have a if I have a nature-based spiritual system in the UK, then me and you have the same nature base, right? We have the same spirituality.
Not necessarily, because there even nature-based systems on the African continent are not all exactly the same, right? So I should also say that, as I said yesterday, that the African in African spirituality is also political, in the sense of the fact that we understand our sojourn in history, and the fact that politically our culture has been demonized, yes, and rejected. And so politically, the term African spirituality is meant to restore dignity to the traditions collectively, and also develop an understanding among the adherents to the various different systems that they have commonalities within their Africanness.
I mean, the only difference I see in nature, UK and Africa, is the weather. So what? It's a different because of the weather.
So based upon that fact alone, nature-based spiritual systems in Britain, developed in Britain around British climate, will manifest themselves differently to nature-based systems and other places where the climate is slightly different.
Not really. Some people can make parallels to the Viking gods and some of the Yoruba gods.
There are parallels to be
so we share all the same things in nature, realistically.
There are parallels to be made between every spiritual system. Yeah. That doesn't mean that cultures do not develop themselves uniquely.
No, they're all the same, because we're using fire, water, all the elements, and we
All
share
right.
the same sun and moon.
So basically, Shakara, if a white man bases his spirituality on nature, then you two are brothers.
No.
Brothers in spirituality.
No, we share some spiritual ideals.
That's correct.
Yeah. At the same time,
But he should be your brother. You have the same spiritual foundation.
At the same time, yesterday. Yeah, at the same time, yesterday, I spent. Sorry, the panel. Some members of the panel spent a lot of time trying to convince me that every African spiritual system is different, yeah, and unrelated to each other. So now we're saying that we're the same. That's fine. In as much as there are similarities and sameness, we don't deny that there's not a problem with
There's cultural differences, cultural, not natural differences, are there?
Shakara, if someone believes in the God of the Quran and believes as Prophet Muhammad as his messenger, he's my brother in faith. If someone believes in the foundation of nature as their spirituality, he's your brother in faith, even if he's white.
Let me finish saying what I was trying to say here. The issue of putting African, yes, in it is, once again, political. Yes, remember what I'm trying to say, family. That the fact that
but I'm asking you, what is the foundation of your spirituality? Is it nature?
Let me finish, please. Thank you.
Okay, all right.
The idea I have nothing against, yeah, and I have no problems accepting commonality and a shared spiritual foundation with people of other nationalities and races who have nature-based spiritual systems. Yeah, I study said nature-based spiritual systems. I'm interested in learning about them. Yeah, and so yes, where all nature-based spiritual systems come from the same foundation. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Whereas a spiritual system is nature-based.
But that's not what I asked you, though.
Yes, I'm dealing with the 2 points in terms of the sameness of the system. What is your?
I never asked you about. I never asked you about commonalities. I asked you about foundation.
Excuse me. Bear in mind that you are not the only person that asked a question. Yeah, and I've said yes. The foundation is nature. That question has been answered. What's your point?
Okay, so then the white man is your brother in faith. Basically, that's my point.
No.
Why is he not your brother if his foundation is nature? Why are you dismissing him?
Because I'm an African spiritualist, and culturally and politically speaking, my inclination is towards African spirituality. Okay, so the fact that I can acknowledge that a white man may share common spiritual foundations that are coming through nature, I don't have to make him my brother to acknowledge that. Yeah, we just share something, and we can as human beings, we share a common understanding about something. My brother politically.
So the black people So the black people who have a nature-based spiritual system, they're not your brother.
Yes,
You just share something.
Yes, they are.
Oh, but the white man who's got a nature-based system is not your brother.
I'll tell you better than that. The black people who don't have a nature-based spiritual system are my brothers and sisters.